Hi everyone, welcome again. This is the last part of the free crash course, and I will say the most important part because this is related with how you can crack jobs in inside sales. So, without any further delay, let's go deep into that. So, now I am going to cover important topics which will help you to crack jobs in inside sales. And the pointers or the topics that I am going to cover here is how to create a good resume. And I will show you some bad resume and also some good resume so that you can make a comparison, see like how good resume should look like. And then at the same time, I will give you a template which is easy to edit and you can use it for building your own resume. Then in the second part, I am going to cover how you can increase or how you can showcase your credibility in inside sales through certifications which don't take more than say like 2 hours, but is still valued by industry. Then I will also talk about how to create a client project portfolio which can showcase your expertise and skills on inside sales. These two things are important as freshers because you don't have any prior work experience in inside sales. Even after that, through these two, you can put your candidature strong in front of the recruiters. Now, the third part, which I will cover, is how to search the right jobs in inside sales, what kind of keywords you are looking for, what kind of things you need to keep in mind while applying to the jobs. Now, once you apply to the job through your killer resume, there is a good chance that you will be invited for the job interview. So, in this part, we will talk about how to prepare yourself through mock interviews. And I am going to give you idea how to do that through AI tools like ChatGPT, which are really good in making you prepare for the inside sales. Then in the last, I will actually cover few points on do's and don'ts in your job searching journey. And these pointers are important because I have hired more than 30 inside sales, interviewed more than 200 people for this kind of jobs, shortlisted, say, like more than 500 resumes. So I gathered some knowledge where, like, I found that people do some common mistakes and decreases their chance to get shortlisted for job interviews. So we should avoid those mistakes. And then at the same time, there are very simple do's which you are able to follow, then it increase your chances to securing the job. So sounds interesting? Let's move ahead. So let's start with a bad resume. So this is a real resume which we have got in one of our job posting on LinkedIn. Okay. I am now going to talk about the pointers which actually make this resume bad. And the first pointer is you can see these are like a two pages resume. So please make sure your resume fits into one page. It should not go 2 pages or 3 pages. Why it is important? Because recruiters give say like a 1 or 2 minutes of time to screen any resume. So the longer your pages are, most probably they are not going to put attention and then they will just skim it through and miss major points. So try to bring your resume in one page. Now the question that may come into your mind is, I have so much to write. So how I can put it into one piece resume? My simple answer is Even people with experience of 10, 20 years and held like a CEO positions in multiple organizations, their resume can be one page. You just have to prioritize the content which is really relevant for the jobs, discard the unnecessary content, and then you can really do wonder. You can really fit into one page of the resume. The second problem with this resume is, you see, he has put the education on the top. So now you have just got out of the college, you want to put your education on top. Please do that if some strong points are there in terms of like if you have done your education from a good college, then you can mention that. If you have some academic achievement, then you can mention that. If that is not the case, then I suggest don't put your education on the top. Okay. Then the third part, which is like I did not find it good, is his work experience. If you will see, he mainly did a job in one organization and then fill up the entire 1.5 page about that job. You should never do that. Maximum 3 to 4 bullet points you should put against one job, mainly highlighting your job responsibilities and the business results you have achieved through your job. That's all. Now we will look into another resume. Okay, so this resume is from a fresher, I will say. Again, he has put the education on top because I think he does not have anything more prominent to put it here. It is good that he has put his details in one page, so that's good. But there is a problem in the second section where he mentioned his work experience. He did not talk about a job responsibility. He did not talk about what he has done there. So don't be so crisp that people will be guessing what you have done in that particular job. Okay. Then the third part is he has taken almost like 25% of the page just to put the personal details. Now tell me what recruiters will do with these personal details. Will these pointers help him to decide whether this person should be shortlisted or not? Of course, answer is no. So avoid this kind of putting unnecessary details. Now we will look one of the good resume which we have received from one of the job candidates for our job posting. Now here you can see she has put her image or the photo here. All the contact details and everything is on the left side. She also put her skills, her education here. That's good. It does not take a lot of space and it is on the left side. And on the right side, she highlighted her experience summary and then the work experience. Okay. So this is like the kind of template or the design you can actually choose for yourself. It really looks sleek. It really looks good. Okay. Now we will move to another good resume. So again, here you can see this guy has put his image, his contact details, his skills, education, more like he's a fresher. So he has put his internship experiences here. Again, he could have been done better by making it crisp and short. So that's like one area of opportunities which we found for this resume. Okay. So this, but overall, I will say it is a good resume. So now coming to how you can create a good resume for yourself. And this is where I have created a 7 minutes video you should actually look into. And in that video, I have shown you how to build a good resume through a tool called Canva. Canva is a design tool who help you to create these kind of templates, put the text and images in the right way to create a very good resume. In that video description, I have also put a link of a template which you can use it to build your resume. So please watch that video and you will find like making this resume, your resume, really enjoyable and a good learning experience if you follow the instructions. Okay, so let's discuss the next part. Here in the resume, if you will see in the last section, this is one inside sales project this candidate has put. And this is very interesting. Why? Because see, as a fresher, you may not have the prior work experience in inside sales. You did not have you did not do any job in inside sales. But still, through this client project portfolio, you can showcase your skills in inside sales. You can showcase your knowledge about inside sales tools. So this is a very good idea to put on your resume. Now I am going to talk about how to do that. So take an example. Suppose you have seen a job posting from HubCredo on Inside Sales and you find that job to be very relevant for your profile. So now what needs to be done here is you can treat HubCredo for your client project portfolio and then build a good project of Inside Sales for HubCredo. And what components you need to include in your project portfolio? So the first one is you should showcase your skills about targeting the right market or targeting the right prospects for a particular company. So prepare an ICP for that particular company. When I say ICP, it is basically ideal customer profile. In my previous crash course video, we have covered ICP a little bit. Even if you don't know about that, do a simple Google search. And in very simple way, I can say ICP means the right targeted clients for a particular company. Okay. And there are a way to define the ICP. Now, once you define the ICP, what you can do, use any tools like LinkedIn Sales Navigator or Apollo.io. Apollo.io is generally free, so you can use it to prepare the right targeted company for that particular recruiting company. And if you are taking example of HubCredo, then you can create the targeted companies list for HubCredo. Make sure you don't waste so much time here. Give like 30 minutes, 40 minutes time. Create a list of 10, 20 companies which looks relevant for HubCredo. Okay, and once it has been done, you have to create a database of the contacts with the suitable job titles who looks like a buyer for HubCredo's product or solutions. Okay, so this is the second part where you can create a database of the clients. It will showcase your skills of doing proper research, doing proper market research, uh, understanding the company's business, understanding what market they are into, what kind of clients they are targeting. Now, once the database has been prepared, what you can do next is prepare the email drafts and the LinkedIn messages, keeping these prospects in mind. Okay, so that will showcase your skill in terms of outreaching these prospects through the right content. Now, once you have done all these four things, then you can use again the tool like Canva to prepare a good presentation or report, and then you can either download it as PDF or you can put it as a Canva link on your resume. Okay. Now, if you are thinking that building the project portfolio is very difficult, what we have done here is we have created a short video on that. You should just get that link from the video description and then you can watch that video. It will give you a step by step process of creating a client project portfolio. I have taken one company as an example and created the portfolio end to end for you. So you can just learn from that and then can do for any targeted recruiting company. Sounds good? Should we move ahead? Great. Now, we will just briefly talk about certification. Why certification is important? Because if you are a fresher and you don't have anything to show on inside sales on your resume, it becomes very difficult for a recruiter to select you for the job interview. There are few certifications which are available to do at free of cost, but still have very good reputation in the market. And I will suggest you should do two certifications, and both are from HubSpot. I don't know if you know about HubSpot. HubSpot provides sales software tools and has a very big name in the industry. So their certifications also has good value. So these two certificates are HubSpot email marketing and HubSpot inbound marketing. Both are at free of cost. One is HubSpot email marketing and the second one is HubSpot inbound marketing. You just have to go to HubSpot Academy, sign up for these courses, and you can just go through the course. At the end, they have multiple choice questions. You just complete it, and you will get your certifications. It's that much easy. It looks simple, but I will tell you, only 10% of the people do these kind of certifications. Okay, so if you already have done that, you are in the top 10% and get a very good chance for your resume to be shortlisted by the recruiter. Okay, so till now we have covered how to build a good resume for your inside sales profile. Then we also talked about, as a fresher, how you can build a good client project portfolio, as well as do some certifications that you can put on your resume. Now we are going to cover the next part, which is very important: how to search the right jobs for you. So you can go to any job search platform like LinkedIn, Indeed, or Naukri, and you have to look for certain keywords which are relevant for inside sales. So generally, company use different kind of designations and the keywords for these kind of roles. Sometimes they write inside sales, sometimes they will put it as email marketing, sometimes they will put like a pre-sales job, and sometimes they will put as lead generation job. One point of caution here is you really need to apply to those jobs which you really find relevant for your profile, fitting into your work experience criteria and all. So, one nugget of wisdom here can be less is more. You should not apply blindly to jobs because that will actually give you a lot of stress. You would be thinking that within a week you apply to 50 jobs, but you are getting only, like, say, interview call from one job or not even one job. Then you would think that you are not suitable for that job. But the real reason behind that is something very different. Since your experience is not matching, your profile is not matching, that's the reason you are not getting the interview calls. Then the third thing you can actually do is read the job description carefully, see whether it is matching as per your expectation or not, and then only apply to those jobs. Why it is important? Because many times the job responsibilities are going to be like different than what you are expecting, and then even if you get a job interview call, you would not like to attend it. So example being, in many inside sales job, the companies ask for the people to do cold calling, and this is like going to be the major job responsibility in that role. Now, if you're not into the cold calling, then you should not apply to that job. Now, once you apply to the job, a very simple and effective thing what you can do is just drop a message, LinkedIn message or LinkedIn connection request to the recruiter of that job. If you know who is the recruiter, just say hi, just write one line if you like something in his or her profile, and just mention that you have applied for this role. You don't need to show any desperation. Okay. The only thing is you're just making your profile visible to the recruiter. Now I am coming to the next part, or next phase of your job search. You have applied to many jobs and then started getting the interview calls. And that's where the real hard work requires from your side now to land into a job. You never think that you will just sit for the job interview and crack it. The job scenario is very, very competitive. For any job, recruiter sends multiple job interview invites and maybe more than 20, 30 people they interview. Now, if you are going without any preparation, you are actually calling for some disaster. So, you really need to prepare through mock interviews. I have created a very short video on how to do the mock interviews in today's date with AI tools like ChatGPT. And then you are going to find it like very fun exercise where like a ChatGPT will be asking you a question and then you would be answering, and then ChatGPT will give you critical feedback on your answer. Then it will ask you the next question which is relevant for the job profile, which is relevant for your with your resume pointers, and you are going to enjoy that kind of learning. So please watch that video, uh, and you can start doing the mock interviews. Many times people ask me how many mock interviews I should prepare for. My answer is it depends on the person. If your basic communications are in place, if your basic knowledge are in place, then maybe 2 to 3 mock interviews are good. But in this case, I will say more is better. And you will be surprised when you do these kind of mock interviews. 60 to 70% questions in real interview will be matching with the questions you would be doing on mock interviews. So don't take it lightly. So now we have come to the last part, which you can say like a bonus points. So there are few do's and don'ts you need to consider it when you are in your job search journey. And these do's and don'ts are really very simple, but most of the time people don't follow it and then reduce their chances of getting, say, like job interviews or securing a job. I will give you a very simple example here. The job through LinkedIn platform, you should upload or share your resume in PDF format only. Why I am saying that? Because when the recruiters screens the candidates on LinkedIn UI, if the resume is in PDF format, it actually show them the preview and they can see the resume on the LinkedIn UI itself. But if somebody has uploaded resume in terms of like say Word document, recruiter has to download it and then open it. So it is not only increasing the time for recruiter to see your resume, but think about this. If suppose for a recruiter, he has to screen say like 200, 300 resume every day. Don't you think making this kind of additional step is actually hindering him to look at your CV or resume? Many times due to tiredness, recruiters may skip your resume. So this is like one of the important thing which I always tell the job candidates, please apply only through PDF resume. The second thing is your LinkedIn profile matters a lot, because what happens like if you apply through LinkedIn platform, the recruiter first see your LinkedIn profile. Now you would be surprised 30 to 40% people whom I have screened have not even the basic LinkedIn profile in place. Many times they don't have the images in place, many times their education is missing there, many times job titles are missing. So please make sure your LinkedIn profile is also updated. So in this checklist, basically I covered these kind of simple things which is easy to do, but always increases your chance of landing a job quickly. So I covered all the critical points which you need to consider when you are searching a job in inside sales. I hope you enjoyed this session and learned a lot. I also hope that you start applying these things in your job search journey. I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. Thank you.